this is my first time doing this by myself, so don't judge. Well, do judge. Do tell me if I'm doing something a bit fucked. Let me know, and I won't do it again next time. Hey, it's Volkswagen Dave here, and today I'm changing the front rotors out of this thing because it's completely shot. If I had the money, I'd do the rears too, plus the pads, but the pads are still in fairly good shape. Last we checked, so it's not really necessary. Anyways, I got some Wagner rotors that were on sale at Part Source. I don't know if you consider it the Canadian version of AutoZone, but that's where I got from, so they're 20% off. Got two for the front, so we're going to put them on and see how it goes. These wheels take a 17mm to get off, and I'm using the torque wrench to get it off too because I don't have an extension, so it's going to be a bit of a bitch. I just got some of these tools recently, so it's just working with what I got. God, they're rotten. This torque wrench is a piece of shit because it doesn't want to go back up. And even though I don't need to do star formation for something like this, I do it to keep it as a habit. That way I never fuck up. I'm putting them back on. This because I don't have an adapter for my regular wrench. Would have made things a lot easier, but again, it's what I have on me, so I gotta take it fucking forever to do this. Now, what's different about these Volkswagens and possibly a couple other vehicles than your regular vehicle, especially an American vehicle, instead of the threads for the lug nuts coming out of the bearing, the threads are actually part of the lug nut, which is weird, so it's just a hole that goes in. It's kind of weird. Anyways, it's kind of nice. The sun's come out just now. Just came out. Here we are. That's why I jacked it up a certain way. See what I mean, where the threads are different? They go in like that instead of the threads being part of the bearing. Okay. Look how dirty that fucking rim is. Oh my god. I should almost clean it. I do have cleaning stuff for this, but that's awful. Well, throw it under the car for extra protection. Okay. Let's take a look at the situation here. Oh yeah, of course. Oh good, I don't have the screw in here. The screw half the time is useless. It'll end up actually seizing to the bearing, and then you actually have to drill the fucker out just to get it off. That's probably why they didn't put one in there in the first place. And then the rotor comes off somehow like that, so that's kind of weird. I need a hex screw for that. Apparently it's a 7mm, so we'll see what happens. Okay, this is behind the rotor here. And they got here is these little covers. You only need to take the back off. Come on, you bitch. Came off easy the other day when I was checking it out. There we go. See, it's just a cover. And then this rubber grommet thing, just leave it on there, don't pull it off. Let's see if that fits. That fits. That's a fit. So it takes a 7mm hex like this. See, 7 in there, that's what it looks like. It's a little bright on the light, sorry about that, but that's what goes in there. So you take those two off, and then the most important thing when taking this off is see the brake hose line coming here? And it goes up. when you take this caliper off, do not let it hang. Place it on something so there's no tension on the hose line, or get a bungee cord and hang it off the shock there with the spring, or else you'll damage the brake hose. That's how your brake hose get damaged, so do not let it hang. So we're going to go grab something right now so that we're prepared, and then we'll take it off. I've been doing it with the torque wrench, but it's taking too long to go crank, 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 because that's about as much as I can move. See it going? That's about all I can do. So instead, and it wasn't that tight in there actually, I was surprised, so I actually have a hex key set here. Oh fuck. This camera thing is broken. A hex key set. Happen to have a 7mm, so in case it's still too strong, I got a rubber mallet so I don't damage everything. So it's kind of what you gotta do when you're working with the tools you got, but turns out it's fine, so I can just loosen it that way. How exciting. Thanks, Grandpa. Your hex key tool set came in handy. Oh, yeah. It's going to take some time, though. It's going to take a lot of time. We're going to be here for a while, folks. And then we still got to do the other one. Oh, dear. Folks, the right tool will really save on your body. Just putting that out there. And what a pain in the ass that was. The pads didn't want to let go, and actually the pads look pretty fucking worn out now. I mean, they're kind of fucked. Yeah, but what can you do? Anyways, yeah, there's the old rotor. I'm gonna grab the new one for comparison. There's the new stuff. Oh, I gotta grab my brake cleaner, I just remembered. Whew. Okay, let's compare that. Make sure you can see here. I knew I got the right size because I'm like 188. That's like more than 11 inches, right? But let's see. Let's compare here. Okay. There's the old one. There's the sides there. See all the cracking and shit. The new one looks like that. It's even got a painted hat and vents. Made in China, of course, but what can you do? Exact same rotor, just different. In quality and the condition, obviously. There you go. Huge fucking difference. And just look at that. Wow. Anyway, so we're going to throw that on, I guess. Sorry I didn't film the last part of it, but it was taking forever. I didn't even think about it. Just get it done, right? There, that's auto cast scrap. Yay! So I'm actually gonna, we're not gonna put it right on. There's some things we have to do. We're gonna take a wire brush and clean this up, and then we're gonna put anti-seize on it so that the rotor doesn't get fucking latched on over time. And then before we put these bolts on, we're gonna put a little bit of Loctite, just a wee bit. The blue stuff. Don't use the red stuff. Red stuff is permanent. You may fuck yourself if you use that. And then right before we put the brakes on, we got to spray it with brake cleaner, because when you buy it, it actually comes with a grease. It protects it from like rusting, like going bad in storage, but you do not want it on there because it's oil. Oil and brakes don't mix, so I'm going to go grab what I need. Alright, so there's the shit I needed. ABS safe too, that's important. So I'm going to actually place it by the rotor. Always place the stuff that you're working on together so that you don't forget to do something important. So we're just going to place it by the rotor. And we're going to take a wire brush now. Clean this shit up once I get this shit out of the way. See all the shit coming off? Just easy with the ABS stuff there. Don't get near it. You'll have a real fucking issue then. Okay, next. We'll know to get front brake pads soon because they're just about done. There's like that much left. Just enough that's not gonna be bad, but just enough that I should replace it like really soon and be easy on my brakes. Anyway, so we have here just some cheap anti-seize here. That'll do the job. We're gonna put it all around. Make sure to give it a good shake before you use it. The instructions say so anyway. Mix it up. You got this nice goop. And I'll just put it on there. Actually, I'll get some of my finger and just rub it in that way. It's not going to kill me, is it? May irritate eyes, may irritate skin. Well, usually you're supposed to wear gloves when doing this anyway. Oh well, I'll just, maybe I'll dab it on my finger there. I'll just do that. And then just kind of spread it around. Got a little bit of much there. It's my first time doing this by myself, so don't judge. Well, do judge. Do tell me if I'm doing something a bit fucked. Let me know, and I won't do it again next time. I like to learn how to do, I want to do things right, so if you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know. Immediately. Anyways. Oh, look how shiny I am. I'll rub it off on our wire brush. Yeah, because I'm an idiot. Okay, so now we're almost ready to put the rotors on. Now we gotta spray the rotors. Get in there, you bastard. There we go. Being stubborn. Now again, if you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I'm using paper towel. Normally I use like a blue cloth. I don't have any of that. I forget what it's called. Anyways, we'll spray again just to be on the safe side. Just to make sure everything gets off. Alright. See all the shit that came off the brakes? See that? That was all in the brakes. So flip it over. Actually, if you look in the bucket, see all the black? That's actually water that came out of there. That's how nasty it was. Again, should actually have it laying on the ground, so it's not going all over the place. Nice and clean. Let's put it on before my back kills me here. Let's line this up. Now that looks good. A little tip, you throw one of these on right now. Alright, that's just to help hold it in place when I put the caliper back on. I'm going to have to open the master cylinder bit. It's too wide. And we're back. Okay. Get this clip off just to be safe, I swear. Don't put too much pressure. You don't need to break the fucking thing. It's not the proper tool for this, so that should be more than enough. Slowly coming back out. Yes. That's it. Okay, so we'll put this back in. Why are you a stubborn bitch? Yes, get in there. That's what I want you to do. Holy shit. Oh, pain in the ass. I got it. Did you see all that? Yeah. Learning experience, isn't it? Alright, that should all fit, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna watch this wire because whatever happened last time, somebody got it crimped, so. Oh yeah, I see where it would have got crimped. So just be careful with that. What's the problem? There. Bitch. You bitch. That top one doesn't want to go in. I got the bottom one started. Okay, so I got it in. Nothing a little rubber mallet can't help do. The bolt wouldn't go through all the way through the grommet to the thread, so I just gave it a couple whacks and it's in there now. So now I'm just going a little bit at a time. Let's see how far we. Yeah, this one's got to keep going. And then we'll torque it up when we're done. Oh shit! You know what I forgot? Fuck me. I forgot to put the Loctite on. Oh my god. Well, for those of you who are doing your brakes, I was having so much aggravation it wasn't even in my mind. You just put a little dab of Loctite on the thread of the bolt you're putting in, and then you just put the bolt in the normal way you would. That's really the only difference, so, oh well. And with all the noise, we are in the middle of the city. We're basically in the center of Hamilton here. All you hear is the goddamn HSR buses and all the noise and traffic. The top one's getting pretty tight now, so I know I'm going to have to torque it soon. They said something like 26 foot-pounds, so we got to go all the way down there. Yeah. It's already tight. Excellent. Yeah, you don't need a lot of foot-pound. I almost had it. I had it about 22 or something because it didn't flick too far past. So this is tight now. Now I just got to bolt the wheels on. And whoop, whoop, whoop. So now I can take these back off. Okay, so now the hard part. We got to balance the wheel on and start the bolts. That was the hardest part with this shit. Okay, and don't forget to put the caps on. Do not forget your little Volkswagen caps. That's kind of funny. And just slap in the back, and that protects everything inside. They just clip in and that's it, you're done. Double check that you haven't missed anything. Now we're going to get all this stuff out of the way. Yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. It's a real pain in the ass with this car. Just lining this shit up. I have to get on my ass again. Always on the ass. Always on your ass, everybody. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Yes. Lug nut, go. Get the fuck in there. Yes. Lug nut, go. Gotta make sure all the threads are gonna be straight here. Because if they're not, then that's no good. Brake even. God. If it was any other car, you just throw it on the fucking threads, but no. I gotta make sure. Boy. We're gonna have to start with the bottom one, whether we like it or not. You are a bitch. Finally got on there, and it wasn't that easy. I know that the reason the screw hole on that rim is there is to hold it in place while you put the stuff in. That's the only reason it's there. But if you do it right, you can get all the threads in properly without it. And I did do it, so now I don't have to worry about that thing seizing up and it's on there. So what I'm going to do now is I tighten this as much as I could with my hands, but I'm going to use a torque wrench and tighten up as much as I can off the ground without the wheel turning, and then I'm going to put it on the ground and we're going to torque it twice. And that's to ensure, because what will happen the first time you torque it, it'll actually find loose spots as it tightens around, so you do it again and it fixes that. So we got to get to, it says 88.6 pounds, which is fucked, according to Volkswagen, so we're going to do 90 just to be on the safe side for inaccuracies of this. Okay, there we go. Now, get that in there. It's recording? Yes. And we're going to see, that's as far as I tighten it by hand. Now, that, and always star formation, ladies and gentlemen, or you're a fucking asshole. Okay, we're gonna water down, and we're gonna torque her. Oh, poor girl needs a real good clean. Make sure everything's safe yet. Oh God. So now we're gonna torque the bitch. We're at 90 yet. There we go. Star formation, everyone. Remember that. And I'm hitting my fender, but I don't care because we're replacing it. I already bought the part. There's paint coming off and everything. Isn't that just great? There we go. And we're going to do it again. Starting over here. That one was tight. That one was tight. Just about, anyway. That one was tight. That one wasn't so tight, but now it is. The last one was tight. Okay. Now, and there you go. Got a nice fucking rotor in there now. The rotor that was in there has been in there since I got the car last year, and I think it's like 5 years old almost. Man, maybe not that old. The guy who owned this car never used the brakes, so who knows. So there's the new rotor. That looks good in there. And come over here. Excuse me. There's an old rotor. And the sun came out. Yay. That's one done. Now to do the other one, fuck me. We won't film that though because you already got the gist. So I haven't actually finished yet. I just went around the block. I gotta clean this up. This is from the old Rotors. I just went around the block. Obviously I'm gonna need new pads soon, but I just went around the block and oh my god, what a difference. There's not much more braking difference. Like the braking's a little better, but that's it. It's the pads that make the huge braking difference. But now when I brake, there's no more rub. It's just a smooth stop, and there's no more grinding sound. There's a little bit of grinding from the rear and a little from the passenger side, but I think this was actually the worst side because there's no more loud grinding when I start rolling. So that fixed my problem. So now this works great. Smooth braking now. So now I just got to do the passenger side and we're going to be all good. Then I'm going to clean up the wheels. I'm going to put that tire stuff on, clean all this shit, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, check out this side. I just cleaned it with a wire brush, but whoever put anti-seize on here before, it would have been a long time ago, like at least 40,000 kilometers, several years. It's still on here working, and it's old shit. You know what I mean? So that stuff really works good. These pads are pretty fucked. Here's something interesting. Notice the sensor isn't on this one. Okay. I think previous owner cut it off, said, fuck it. We don't need that, we just need the one side, and it'll tell us. Oh my god. So there you have it, both the driver's side front looks pretty shit, and the passenger side front This one wasn't as bad. Yeah, passenger side wasn't as bad. It wasn't really the one grinding all that much. Whoa, camera. See the difference? That one's pretty in. This one's getting there. They're both pretty shit, though. So, it'll be in the scrapoo. Well, I just took it around the block again, and it turned out well. Look at those nice-ass rotors. Basically, keep it in second, give it some gas, and throw the clutch in and brake hard. That's what I did, and it looks good. I gotta clean the rims and the tires now, just to give it that nice look, but I guess the only thing I could do next is do the pads, and I'll touch up the calipers at some time one day, because they look like shit in there, but yeah, that's great. Look at the difference. I don't know if it's going to adjust, but yeah, it's just much better. So now that I've installed these, there's no more grinding sound. The grinding sound is gone. When I come to a stop, the car no longer kind of rubs, like it goes duh, duh, duh. Now just stops smoothly, so worked out great. Yeah, so now I gotta put all this shit away. This is Volkswagen Dave doing my front brakes, rotors. My front rotors. If you think I could have done anything better, let me know. This was my first time doing it by myself and not with help. So just let me know. But yeah, I did realize I forgot Loctite on the other side, so I'm going to have to do that when I do the pads. But I got Loctite on here. I used, as you remember, fully on that one part of the bearing there. Right behind the rotor, I put all the anti-seize, and then I torqued all the bolts correctly. All the bolts here were torqued, and the bolts for the caliper were torqued. So, if there's anything I can improve on, let me know. Besides that, this is Volkswagen Dave, and I'll see you next time.